to download the connector. So here on this side, you can see says Zotero connector. So you see there, save to Zotero from your browser. So while browsing on the internet, literature and stuff, you can save directly to your Zotero installation if you have this connector installed. So they go hand in hand. So you can see the icon there shows the Chrome icon plus Zotero. Now, this depends on the browser you're using. So here you see Zotero connectors for other browsers. So if, for example, I had opened with Firefox, what you will see there will be, you will see the Firefox icon will open. So I'm trying to open Firefox so that at least you can have an idea.
Yes, sir.
Are we all together?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Zotero.org. If I go there, you can see that, I hope.
Yes.
Again, like I said, my network seems a bit slow this evening. Just give it a minute. Let it download. Maybe I'm downloading some other thing on the background. So, all right. So you can see the same page as opened. Essentially what we saw in Chrome. All right. So I'm trying to open the other page. Again, network is a bit slower than usual. Okay. Okay, there you go. So you can see there's a difference between this, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the other one, sorry, the Chrome.
Yes.
Sorry, I mistaken back. Okay, here we are. So you can see that if I'm trying to, you can see Chrome here.
Yes,
compare. Oh, it's gone back. Here it's showing Chrome. So essentially you need to install both. Then beyond that, you can also install some plugins depending on the functionality you want to add. So if I click on browse plugins, that's going to open additional plugins that you can also download and install that help you to be able to do what you need to do. So here you see plugins for Zotero, and you can see a long list of different plugins. So at your convenience, you probably want to go in there and look at it, and you can select the one you need depending on what your workflow is like. So for example, up here, you can see different versions of that. So here, this one here, this third one down might be useful. It says Google Scholar citations for Zotero. All right. So obviously, if you do a literature search in Google Scholar, you can, if you have this plugin enabled, you can add those citations to items in your Zotero library. Another useful one here you probably want to look at is this DOI manager. I hope we all know what DOI is, isn't it?
Sure.
Who knows what DOI is? I'm pretty sure if you've been looking at your references, you'll find some of them have a DOI attached to it, which is usually like an alphanumeric string. It's basically an object identifier, which is unique to each article. So most articles nowadays, if you have the DOI, you can basically search and retrieve them as quickly as possible. All right. So this is a useful one, which helps. It especially helps you in fetching the PDFs of those articles. So we might be able to demonstrate the use of that if there's enough time. There you can see here Zotero reports. So you can generate reports from your bibliography or reference manager and report customizer. And so those are some of the useful ones I've highlighted that you can download and install. So if you don't have Zotero installed on your system, all you do is you click download and you follow the prompts, and with that, you will be able to install it. So we're not going to demonstrate that because I already have it installed on my system. I don't think I'm going to install it a second time around. Are we okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. It all sounds so dull. How many people are even this meeting self?
Well, for now we're 13.
Okay, so some people are so quiet. There's no feedback.
I think still the registrars, they're still, you know.
Okay, oh.
The
It's all right. So fine. So I am not installing Zotero today because I already have it on my system, but at least I've shown you where to get it. But here, up here, you can see it says upgrade storage, isn't it?
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah, so the free Zotero comes with some amount of storage space. If you feel it's not enough, you can upgrade, but of course that comes for a fee. All right, so if you want to upgrade your storage space, you probably, but you guys will not need it. You're not doing enough research to have need for a huge amount of space. So I'm going to open my Zotero application now. I'll also point out that I have already installed the connector on my browser. So if you come up here, can you see this here?
Yes.
This I'm pointing to, that is the Zotero, sorry, this one here. This is the Zotero connector. So you see that? If I click on it, shows Zotero downloads, take a note. So it's reflecting that I'm on the Zotero webpage.
Okay.
And you can save. So you will see the functionality as we go on. All right? So, fine. Let's move. So we come here to Zotero. I'll mention now. Sorry, that was a slight digression. Okay, so already, let's familiarize ourselves with this, okay? So you can all see the Zotero page, can't you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, so it has, basically, it's organized in this is the default layout. You can adjust it slightly depending, but the default layout has like 3 columns, all right? So the first column here, you have everything is under this big, should I say, root folder called My Library. So you can create subfolders under it depending on what you are working on. So for example, for my own page here, you guys can see different folders. So you have one that says Site MIS 2020. You have another one that's basically dissertation. And under that dissertation, if I click on this, you see there are various subfolders depending on what section of that. So basically it shows you how you can organize your stuff. Then I have one that says my collection, which is the one we did last time round. So maybe I can delete that. Delete collection. Let me remove that. Then you see here a folder which is called dissertation references. Now this one is not a regular folder. It's basically a search, a saved search with some search parameters. So, and same thing with this one that says literature review. Then here's a special folder that says my publication. So this one, you can organize your own personal papers or publications into it. There's a filter here that says duplicate items, and then you have a last filter that says unfiled items. So basically, you've imported maybe a whole lot of references and you've not assigned them to folders. This is where they will appear under unfiled items. Okay? And then last, you have trash. So whatever you delete goes into your trash, just the same way it goes into trash on your computer. And if you right click on that, a message comes that says empty trash, so you can empty it or leave it depending on what your workflow is like. Now, below this column here, still under here, you see that it says no tags to display. Most times when you import references, they are tagged. They come with tags. So the tags is also a way of helping you search for references. So if you click on some references, you find that they have tags associated with them. So I'm trying to find one that has tags. I can't seem to find any at this point in time. Okay, so for example, if I click on this folder that says theoretical framework, you can see here different tags show up. Huh? Are we together?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, for example, under this theoretical framework, you find different tags, no source, anemia, child abuse. So basically, this helps you to quickly locate references that have those tags. So for example, if I click on infant feeding, under this theoretical framework, you find that it throws up one particular reference that is tagged with infant feeding. So that's just showing you how this works. Now, this central column here is where it's going to display the list of your references. So you see them displayed as a list. And this list itself has columns. So you have the title, you have creator, which is essentially the author, and then you have the year. And then you have this other column here that has like a paper clip attached. It basically indicates if there is a file attached to it or not. You can expand this and have different columns depending on your workflow. But for me, these are the columns that I find useful. The other columns you can attach if you go into settings, but it usually will make it a bit big and cumbersome and probably not so useful. So if I highlight one of these, for example, if I pick this first one, it says improving estimates of insecticide-treated mosquito net coverage. So if you click on it, in this third column here, you will see displayed the different attributes of this particular reference. So you have item type. So it tells me it's journal type. If you click on that, you see the different article types. You can have journal article, letter, magazine article, manuscript map, all the way down to web page or even TV broadcast. So you can even see book section, blog post, conference paper, encyclopedia article, and so on and so forth. So for us here, this type of article we have here is a journal article, right? The title you see, then you see the different authors, each one filled on its own line in its own field. Then you have the abstract. So you can see the abstract is showing up here. And then below that, you have the publication. So the publication is Malaria Journal. You can see the volume, right? Are we all together here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is Malaria Journal, volume 13. Pages, you can see issue is blank. Sometimes it's filled, sometimes it's not, depending on how the reference is pulled in or how the reference is saved. And then you can see the pages, you can see the date of the publication. Then there's a field here, you can see series, site, journal abbreviation, language of publication. Here's the DOI I was telling you about here. So you can see the DOI here. If you have a DOI, most times Zotero can use the DOI and retrieve the full text for you from the internet if it's available. All right? And the ISSN, and then it goes down. So this library catalog, this was where it searched and got it from EBSCO. And then date, it was added. This was added on the 19th of June, 2019. So this is like about a year ago. And then last modified date. So in this column, you can see additional thing here. So this first tab says info. This second tab says what? Notes. Can you see that?
Yes,
notes. So depending on your reference, you've read it, you want to remind yourself of something, you can attach a note to it. You will see the utility of this note later on when you generate a report of this, or you want to generate what is known as an annotated bibliography. That is useful when you're writing your literature review and stuff like that. Having an annotated bibliography helps you. So if you click on this, you can see a notepad opens. You can write, it has the usual formatting tools. Can you see them?
Yes.
Usual formatting tools are present there, and you can type, you can format bold, italic, underline, strike through, and all that. So it's pretty rich in adding notes. But I'm not using this note. So once you click note open, you notice here, I'm back in the middle, you can see it adds a new note to it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but this is blank,
right?
Yes, sir. This is blank. It's when you start typing. So if I type something and says, this is a note, and that's it. Once I type that, you see it shows up there as this is a note. At least it begins to show the first few words in that particular note. So if I right click on this, I'm going to delete it because I don't need it. So I'm showing you how you delete stuff. So move item to trash. And I click OK. All right. Now, look at this note. So this was the note we created. If you look at the bottom here, can you see this? It says edit in a separate window. So if you click on that, it can open a separate window for you. So if you don't want to work here, you want to maybe maximize it so that it looks more as if you are working in a separate window. This is good. You can do that. So can you see here it says related? If you click on this, you can then attach articles that are related to this particular reference. Can you see that? So that you can link them. Oh, this article is related to this. They are talking about the same thing. Maybe they're addressing the same themes. So you can click that and you see that will appear. So I'm going to cancel that because I'm not doing that at this time. You can also add tags to it. So maybe you are thinking about certain things. The way you are writing your literature review, you are talking about, okay, maybe this paper addresses epidemiology. So you could tag it epidemiology, isn't it? This paper, this particular paper addresses what? Pathophysiology. You can tag it like that so that you can have your papers grouped like that. And you know, okay, these papers work together, right? Is that clear? I hope it's clear.
Yes,
all
sir.
right?
It is.
So there is here, now, there is an actual PDF attached to this reference. You know, remember we said something. You do not cite or make references of papers you never actually read. Yes, that's what it's supposed to be. So here's the PDF. But also below this PDF, you see there's also a link that says full text. So this basically is just an HTML link. So if I click on this, it's going to take me to the web page where this paper resides on. But so if I click on this, can you see that? I'm back to the paper itself now, the PDF. Look at that. So the PDF is here. So you see, it tells you the link to the PDF or the paper itself. It shows the date it was accessed, the number of pages in the article, isn't it, in the page? And then because this PDF has bookmarks, Zotero, through one of the plugins, is able to import those bookmarks so that right from inside Zotero, I can go to the relevant section of the paper that I'm interested in. So for example, results here, if I highlight results, this little pop-up opens, which says open link. So if I click on that, it's going to use the PDF reader on my system to open that particular PDF. It's responding a bit slow today. I don't know, or maybe I'm supposed to double click. By double click, I hope that should, well, for some reason it's not performing. Let me click on the paper itself directly and see. Okay, so the PDF is opening here. So it's opened. So you can see this is the actual paper itself. Can you see the actual paper?
Yes, sir.
So if, for example, let me just try something. So look at the bookmarks. So I go to results. So let's assume I want to it says pen. I'm trying to see, annotate, annotate. So texts or notes, let me add a note. So I come here and I put a note and I say, this result is very important, right? So that's a note that I've attached. So I come back here and I say save, because you have to save it. And let me exit from there. And let me see what happens. So if I come back here and I right click on this, I don't think I put the plugin. There's a plugin whereby you can import your annotations. I don't think I enabled it. I don't think I enabled it. Or let me, sorry, just a minute. Go to tools. Manage attachments, add-ins, windows. I think I might have disabled it.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, we'll come back to that. I'll point that out later on. So basically, I think this is a very quick introduction into how to organize yourself using the Zotero itself. All right. Already showed you how to use it to cite the other time, so I'm not going to go into that. So let's familiarize ourselves with other things here. So if you come to preferences or settings, depending, this opens. I hope we can see the box. Can we see?
Sir.
So
Yes,
the first tab is general. So under this general here, you can set it the way you want it to be set. So general here, you have several sections under it. You have file handling. So file handling here, it says automatically take snapshots when creating items from web pages. Then that is enabled. Automatically attach associated PDFs and other files when saving items. So you see that. So if you are browsing or you attach or import a reference and there are associated PDFs, it's going to automatically attach them. All right. It also says automatically retrieve metadata for PDF. So sometimes if the PDF is well named, using it appropriately, sometimes all you need to do is just import the PDF into Zotero and it will use the metadata and pull the references in. But that's not a fail-safe measure because sometimes the PDFs are not well named. All right. Automatically rename attachment files using parent metadata and so on. So open PDF. So here's where you select which what's the word I'm looking for? Which PDF reader will you use to open your PDF? So right now I left it as system default. Under miscellaneous, so you can see that automatically tag items with keywords and subject headings. So you know that most times you have keywords, subject headings, isn't it? When you are browsing on PubMed and stuff like that. So if you enable this, it will automatically tag your references with those keywords, which is very important because that's what those keywords are actually designed to be doing for you. All right. And so these are other things. Then here you have sync. So here is where if you have an online account and you can actually register for a free online account with Zotero. And if you register with them, what happens is that it automatically syncs your references online.
Yes.
So that assuming worst case scenario, your system crashes, you go to ShopRite to shop and then you forget your laptop in the car and then they steal it. At least you know your references are safe. All right. You can also here under choose libraries, tell it which of these libraries to sync. So, and all that. Okay. So just to show you what this does, I'm here in Zotero. Can you see Zotero here? I'm back to the web page. I stop here. Can you see login?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And register. So under register is where you register for the free Zotero account. So you probably will supply it with email and then a password. And that email and password become your username and password for your Zotero account. So if I log into my Zotero account now, right? So you can see my username is my password. is my email, my Gmail account. And then it has a password, which I'm not going to show you people. And then I log into Zotero. So
yes, sir.
now that you log into Zotero, you see that this message is here change. Before it was login and register. Now it has changed. It says welcome, my name, settings, inbox, download. Can you see that? So if you go to inbox,
yes, sir.
Inbox, if you have messages. So this is where if you are collaborating with people, you see your messages and all that. Isn't it? But beyond that, if you click home, let's go back to home. It's going to show the page that we're used to anyway, that home page. All right. Okay. So bear in mind, I'm still logged in now. See here, web library. If I click on the web library, what you will see there will be the online representation of this my library here. So my library is actually synced online. So I hope you've noticed the change.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm online here in Zotero.
Okay. Yes.
I'm online here in Zotero.
Yes,
so
sir.
you can see it's looking different. My library, the same site, MIS20. You can see all that. The same reference. So if, for example, I click on Mbase, you can see that. A countrywide successional. It has a similar interface to the desktop app. Mbase, see that? Can you see that? Right?
Yes, sir.
And so it's all there. So
yes.
so it's syncing. Now, can you see up here, back in Zotero now? Do you see this link, this icon here?
Yes.
What does this show? I know it's looking a little bit, but this icon here says sync. Sync with Zotero.
Okay.
And the message shown there is the last sync occurred 11
minutes
ago. All right. So that's that for this. So let's do some actual literature search now. Okay. Remember, the first step is to be as organized as possible. And before you jump into doing things, try to think about how you are going to approach the task. It says an hour spent planning, or rather a minute spent planning saves an hour of execution. So the first thing I want to do is let me create a new collection. All right. For the purpose of this, I'll call it demo literature search. Not so. And I click OK. Can you see that? So it has created a new folder or collection for me, which is completely blank. Isn't it? Are we
yes.
Blank? All right. Great. So we can start searching. All right. From within Zotero itself, if we want to, or from outside. Can you see this article lookup, engine manager, cross-ref lookup, Google search, and all that? So blah, blah, blah. So, but let's go to our webpage. All right. So we want to search now. So which search engine are we going to use? Let's start with PubMed. So the website is ncbi.nlm.nih.gov/PubMed. Okay. Can you see that?
Yes.
PubMed. So we want to search PubMed, and let's assume that what we are studying is what? Pre-diabetes. So we good?
Yes.
My search is pre-diabetes in Nigeria. So I'm going to use a Boolean search term, because if I put pre-diabetes alone, you can be pretty much sure it's going to give me a huge result set. So I'm interested in Nigeria, isn't it?
Yes.
And in HIV. So let's say I'm doing a study that's looking at pre-diabetes among HIV people in Nigeria. So using this Boolean search string, so you can see and.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And I click on search. What will happen? So, well, this is the new format. I don't understand though. Let's see. Oh boy. It says found one result. That is interesting. Does it mean there hasn't been much work done on this in Nigeria?
Chief, did you put the time?
I didn't filter on time. I did not filter on time. I'm just saying pre-diabetes in HIV people in Nigeria. Only one research article turned up. Isn't it? Isn't that interesting? Yes. Even your namesake, Iweha. Chijoke Iweha. Dr. Idabo, we'll use that your data and write a paper like this. So where are we? if you want to filter your search, you go to advanced, blah, 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 and all that. So let's go back. Let me go back. Again, like I said, since they changed their interface, I've not used this in a long while. But in any case, how do I save this to Zotero? Huh? So you can see the search term is showing up here. Can you see this? Huh? So it generated one paper. Huh?
Yes. Yes.
And you can see full text links, Elsevier. Huh? Right? Now,
Yes,
can
sir.
you see here, this icon? What does it show you? This. It says save. If I highlight it, it says save to Zotero, PubMed.
Yes, sir.
It has access to this site. So if I click this,
Okay. Yes.
see, it's saving to that
Yes.
The new folder you created.
that folder we created. So assuming you want to save to another folder, you can click on this button here. It will open your library, showing you all the collections you have. But because my Zotero was already opened in this, it by default opened it. Can you see that? You can add tags to it as well. If you look here, you see that the article, the paper, the entry is showing, the PubMed entry, and even the PDF. It pulled the free PDF for you because it's an open access PDF. So you can see how this is quite easily, should I say, saves you a lot of things. And if I go back to my Zotero on my desktop, can you see the entry showing up there? Tuberculosis and diabetes in Nigerian patients with and without HIV. The names of the authors, the abstract, and all that. Even this PubMed entry shows up. Now, this shows up because if you recall, under our preferences, we said create snapshots from websites when you are pulling from websites. So that's why this is showing. But at the same time, you can see the full text article is there, isn't it?
Yes,
now,
sir.
but here's something. This full text is just named full text, which is not very, very informative for us, isn't it? So if you right-click on it, can you see here, it says rename file from parent metadata.
Okay.
So if I do that, can you see it has renamed the file?
I see.
Lossy.-2007 and all that.
Okay.
You can open PDF. You can say view PDF, and it opens the PDF in your default. Can you see that? About 5 pages, so you can read it, you can make notes on it. So let me try this again.
The way is actually my in-law.
Oh, now your in-law.
And he's doing this he did this tuberculosis this thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a study on HIV and pre-diabetes in Nigeria. I hope I got the spelling right. In Nigeria. So I'm just adding a note, okay? So, and I do this file, save, and I exit. I'm just trying to see if this is, okay, no, just let me see. Let me go to tools, add-ons, extensions. Oh, all my extensions are not here.
Okay.
Okay, fine. I think it updated itself and removed my extensions, but it's okay, fine. It's a good teaching point. So let me minimize this. Let's go back to Zotero.
Yes.
Let's go to the download part. I need to pull in one of those
Add-ons.
plugins, add-ons. And so maybe you also learn how to install add-ons, plugins. So browse plugins. I'm trying to find it. So this one is useful. We didn't install it, but under here, I think I'm looking for it. Sorry about that. We have attachment files. So this Zot file, automatically rename, move, attach, for other files to Zotero items. I'm trying to remember it now. The one that pulls in the annotations. All right. I'm trying to find it. If I can't find it now, I'll find it later and let you guys know. Right?
Yes, sir.
Because if you make notes like that, it's supposed to import it directly for you into your Zotero from the PDF. Reference extractor, that's a useful one. But you can see this one. You can extract embedded Zotero Mendeley references from Word for import. So somebody sends you a Word document that has references. It can scan it and import it into your file. So let's see. I can't find it though. This one is not what we want. This is not what we want. This is not what we want. Is this Zot file? Is this the one I'm looking for? I'm not so sure. Just a minute, though. Just it's kind of crazy. I have to go into this unmaintained one. No, it's not there. Let's see. Let's check here. Oh, okay. Interesting. It's okay. I'll let you guys know. It's just that I don't think I. But let me just install one so that you see how to use the plugin. All right.
Okay.
So, which plugin which one will be useful for us now? Let's use. Let's try this one. This might actually be the one. No, let's use this. Let's use this one. The DOI. So if you click on it, right, you will find. So this is the one you're interested in. This file, that ends with .xpi. So if you click on that, that should download somewhere. So this will save to my download folder. So I click on save. So it's downloaded and saving it. Just the same way you save a regular document. Let's get this one for Google Scholar Citations. Same thing. Like I said, you look for the file that ends in XPI, right?
Yes.
XPI.xpi, right? Save that. Let me get a third one. Date grabber, GUI manager. Let's folder import. Okay, so let me use this one. Attachment file manager. So let's see. It says. So while that is downloading, so this is a slightly different interface, right? But the point is, what you want to look for is whichever one that comes in with .xpi, I think. Let's see. I don't think we need this one anyway. It's a bit complicated, maybe a bit too advanced for what we need. So we'll ignore this one, right? Okay. So back to the Zotero. So you come here to tools, you come to add-ons, right? And if I come to add-ons here, under extensions, can you see it says install add-ons from file? So you go to where you downloaded. Remember we said those files that ended with .xpi. So, okay, I'm looking for it, but trying to filter for it. It's not showing up like that. So I have to look for it manually here. Which ones end in .xpi? So you can see them, you can see both of them here. Zotero short DOI. So I do this. Install now. That's installed. So let's install the second one. Second one is this one. Do that. Same thing. Install now. So it says I need to restart. So I restart. All right. And there you go. It's restarted. I'm pretty sure. This functionality I'm looking for. So can you see here? Because we installed some new commands have appeared under this. So you can see manage UI. That's showing up, update citations and all that. So let's go to tools here. There's something I need to check. Manage. Okay, no, that's not what. Yeah, I'll look for it. I'm just surprised that it's not showing up. All right. Because usually those file attachments are supposed to import automatically when you do that. Let me check under advanced. Files and folders. General. Nope, not what we're looking for. 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 It's okay, fine. I guess missing some things. Okay. So where am I? So let's refine our search again, because we searched and we found only one thing, isn't it?
Yes.
So let me do pre-diabetes and Nigeria and see what it tells us. Okay, so repeated the search. So in this case, we got 30 results, isn't it?
Yes.
So it means not very much work has been done. So all the more reason why Dr. Ojo should hurry up and publish her paper. Yes. Only 30 papers from 1972 to 2020. Wow. So you can see that. First one is a case presentation. Second one is prevalence among administrative staff. This one is metabolic syndrome. So how do we import all this into Zotero? How do you do that? So you see here, Zotero, if I click on this, what happens? All of them show up here, isn't it? All the ones on this page.
Okay.
All the ones on this page. So I'm going to cancel that. The first thing I want to do is, let's look at, because I think on this page is displaying only 10. Only 10 results.
Yes.
So if you click here, it says show more. But I think let's see if we can adapt from here. So per page, we probably want to do 50 per page. So that all of it is displayed on one page. Can you see that? But sometimes it may throw up more than 50, so you may have to go multiple pages. All right. So if I do this now and I come back to my Zotero, if I click on that, can you see all of it is showing up? It says, so select which items you'd like to add to your library. At this point in time, I want to select all. And then I do OK. Can you see that?
Yes. Okay. Yes, sir.
It pulls in everything. It's just that the thing is so long now that it's taking a while. But you can see here item 4 of 30, item 5 of 30, item 6 of 30, item 10 of these. So you can see the count is changing. So it's pulling in.
Okay, sorry, sir. With this style, the ones with the full literature, they will also get all the full literature. Getting it from the page. You don't have to open the full text.
Yeah. So if I click on done, you can see my Zotero icon is jumping up and down, showing me that I need to attend to it. So, okay, obviously it's asking me something here. I think this is one of the plugins. I think it's that Google Google Scholar plugin that
plugin.
is doing this. So it's asking for some things. Please enter the captcha on the page that will now open and then try updating the citations. I hope it's not going to keep me in a loop here like this. Let me see. It's a page that will now open. Well, I'm not seeing any page open anywhere, so I'm probably going to disable that thing because I hope it doesn't for 30 times. So there you go. Please show you are not a robot. So it's obviously pulling, it's pulling something. Okay, it's using Google Scholar to pull in a reference. So I'm not a robot. All right. This is funny. I don't think I have to do this. So traffic lights. I think I'm going. Oh bother.
To count the
just cancel
it. Start counting.
Okay. Is it?
Google Scholar will
start counting, eh?
It will bring another page for you, sir.
I'm going to disable that.
Just cancel it.
I know. I'm going to disable it. I'm going to disable it. So there you go. It's pulled this in. It's showing this and this and that and blah, blah, blah. In any case, let me just do this. Let me exit it. So that we don't keep going round and round in the loop. I'm going to disable that for now. Disable. Yes, all right. It's asking me to restart, so let me just restart. So can you see all the results have been pulled in? So yes. If I click on this, if you look across here, it tells you there are 31 items in this view. Isn't it?
Yes.
See here.
Yes.
31 items in the information pane here. Just like if I click on this, it tells me 235 items. So if I come here, you can see here 31 items in this view. 31, remember the first one we got plus, isn't it? This 30 that we pulled in. All right? Yes. I'm pretty sure there's some duplication. How do I know there's duplication? Because the first search we added and Nigeria, and HIV.
And HIV, yes.
Yes. Yes. So that was really a subset of all that happened in Nigeria. So I'm also showing you how to manage duplicates. So if you highlight the duplicate, you see that it says what? Merge what? Merge items, right? And so once you merge, the duplicates are off. So you come here, you see, so you can see that this one, journal article, blah, 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 review and meta-analysis, it doesn't have a full text article, all right? The only one that has full text I can see is this one. How do I know? This column that shows pay-per-click is green. If I click on it, full text, right? If I click on this, no full text.
No full text.
But here's the thing. Let's see if we can get it. If I right click on this, it says, you see here, it says find available PDF. View online, show in library, add note, add attachment, find available PDF. So if I do find available PDF, this is going to start searching. So you might need to do that one by one. All right. So it's not available. PDF not found. But sometimes you don't need to lose hope because you might actually be able to find the PDF somewhere else. So this is the PubMed page. This is the DOI. So if I click on this, can you see from within the Zotero, clicking on the DOI, it takes you to a page where the article exists on the internet. Really? Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. This one, this information pane, scroll down, see DOI here. If you click on this DOI, because you see, it changes to a hand, showing that it's clickable.
Yes.
Yes. Same thing happens, I think, if you can find the PubMed number. See here, PubMed number. Okay, no, that one doesn't show. But DOI does that. right? So by clicking on this DOI, it opened for me this page. This is where the article is sitting on the internet. There's the abstract and there's the PDF. So the tab for the PDF, maybe they might ask me to pay. I don't know. Obviously, they're asking me to pay. It's not free. You can see it says buy PDF.
Yes.
I mean buy article. So that's why it's not coming in free. So you see the PDF download. It's asking me to log in. So it's not free. So you probably may want to find another way of getting it. But don't lose hope. No.
Chief, which other way?
Don't lose hope. Sometimes this is what happens.
Chief, which other way?
So let's look for it at that devil. Is it the later that devil? Yeah, 1972. Wow, such an old article. It doesn't count.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It doesn't count. Oh, no wonder. Wow. So old. So this same. So let's look at this one, 2017. So find available PDF. If you do that, it's gonna the same thing is gonna try to look for it if it's available. Sometimes it takes long, others it takes quicker, depending on how quickly available the PDF is. So you can see it's searching for it. Depending on the speed of your internet. Right now, my internet is a bit slow. Okay, see, it's found it.
Yes,
Can you see that? It found
yes.
it. So once it's found it, you click close. You can see there, full text. Rename it. See that?
Yeah.
I've renamed it. I open it. See that BMJ open. Estimating prevalence, hospitalization, and mortality from blah, 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 and all that. And that's how it works. While reading it, you can add notes. So from my PDF, I'm adding a note. This is an important study that highlights blah. I want to say blah blah, and it's putting black. And there we go. Right? See that? So I'm going to save this, and I'm going to exit out of it. So here's what I need to show you now. And I think after this, we'll call it quits because it's up to an hour now.
Yes, sir.
So if you come here that says demo literature search, you right click on it. Do you see here? You can rename the collection, you can delete it, you can export it. Maybe you want to use it in Mendeley or export it to some other reference manager software. So you can see export format. You select the format you want. So typically the safest format you want to use will be BibTeX or RIS.
Okay.
All right. But if you have the specific reference manager software that you are using, for example, you have EndNote. You want to export to EndNote, you can export it as EndNote XML, or you have RefWorks. All right, you can export as that. But usually, safest one that works with virtually all other software managers will be BibTeX or RIS. So that's how you want to export it. If you want to export the notes you made, you see that there. If you want to export the files too, it does that for you as well. So, but I'm not exporting, so I'm going to cancel. Now, what about generate bibliography from collection? What does that mean? So if you do this, can you see this? You want to generate a bibliography. So you want to copy to clipboard or you want to print. So if I do this print, this window keeps getting in the way. I'm moving it all over the place. So so you see bibliography, and you can see the referencing style. And I do so not print. Sorry, print if you want to print it out to your printer. You can save it as a rich text format. You can save it as a web page. So let's try the first one, saving it as a rich text format. If I click OK, so you see it opens demo literature search. So let me just change it to pre-diabetes literature search, isn't it? And I do save. How does it look like? Let's go to our Microsoft Word. And we open Microsoft Word. And let's open the document in Microsoft Word and see how it looks. So open downloads, pre-diabetes, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's PIBA.
Literature.
P alphabet. I've forgotten my alphabet now. PRE.
That's it.
So here it is, right? And I do this. And let's see what it shows us. Can you see that? This is your list of generate. So this is your list of references under that thing. So, but this is not very useful. How do I know it's not very useful? I'll show you. So saving it as RTF is not very useful. So we probably want to save the bibliography. Okay, so what you probably want is a report. Can you see this? Generate report. So if I click on generate report, can you see what it's showing you? It takes each reference. It shows you the article type, the sort of the authors, it shows you the PMID, the date you added it, and then most importantly, it shows you what tags. If I scroll down, you will see other things. Which one did we add a note for? Yeah, didn't add a note for any. Okay, let me do something so that you see what happened here. Let me add a note here. So I come to notes and I add note. This is an old, really old study. All right? And I do that. Okay? Then let me even do something. Under these notes, right? I put notes, isn't it? Related. So let me assume that this and this and this. Oh no, sorry. This and okay, no, this. Well, let me just say this and this are related.
Yes.
All right. And then I come here now and I do right click and I say generate report. Can you see this? If I scroll through my report, can you see this here? The notes I attached.
Okay.
Yes.
This is an old, really old study. So it is a tool to make your life easy as you are reading, you're organizing, you're making notes. It can make your life really, really easier when you are writing. The key, like I said, is being organized well enough to be able to do what you need to do. All right? So what do I need to say after this? So you need to print this report out. So once the report is generated like this, you come to file. Can you see file? Either you save it, in which case it saves as a web page, or you print it out. I personally prefer saving it as a web page because it's really useful. You save it as a web page, you can open it in your browser, scroll through it, go back and forth, and so on and so forth. All right? Is there any additional thing I need to add? Again, so any questions at this point? I hope this was useful demonstration.
Very useful.
Yes, it was.
It's not complete, but it, I think, should be able to get you going.
Yes, sir. Yes.
be able to get it going. And what you probably need to do is explore, experiment, try out things. Huh? Not so.
Yes. Yes.
So, for example, like this particular, I'm still looking at this pre-diabetes and cardiovascular complications of screening. If I do this, I come down here. Same way I click on the DOI. So you see the DOI there. So it opens the page and it takes you here. Science Direct. It's asking me to get access. All right. So that's the problem. If I was logged in to my school, I probably would have access.
Okay.
I'm not logged into my school. So right now I don't have access. All right. So it's asking for institutional access. I'm not logged in. If I was logged in. But the point I'm making is, yeah. So this is typically how you want to do it. One last thing I'll show you. So let's assume you actually have the PDF of the. My Zotero doesn't want to show now. So let's assume. Okay, so something is seizing hold of my it's something occupying my. I don't know what's going on here. Sorry, just a minute. But any questions, please, while I'm fiddling with what I'm fiddling with. Any questions?
Sir, you mentioned that you never cite any document you've not read. For instance, you saw something. Yes. If, for instance, you saw that journal, that paper now that we're trying to retrieve the full text. So if you can't retrieve no, not excluding the year now. Let's say it's something recent, and you can't retrieve the full text, and maybe probably you've gone through the abstract and you saw something you wanted to pick out. Is it possible to cite such journal?
No, you cannot cite what you didn't read.
Okay.
But the truth of the matter is that the body of literature is so huge, that you probably will find a similar paper that has similar findings. That's the truth. Or if push comes to the shove, you write to the author. I've written to authors of papers asking for copies, and they've obliged. They've obliged, right?
Yes,
so the truth of the matter is that the rule is you don't cite what you didn't see. All right. But let me show you something. Even though the Zotero did not pull in these articles, looking at this PubMed page, you can see some of these articles are tagged free PMC article. Can you see that? Free PMC article.
Yes.
So for example, metabolic syndrome and prediabetes. I don't know what's going on. My Zotero is not responding. No. Let me do something. See? Zotero not responding. I'm going to force it to quit. All right? And restart it. Because I want to show something. All right? So, so we are here. Which one was it? The one with metabolic syndrome, right? Here it is. Metabolic syndrome and prediabetes in Undokwa community. All right? So, for these ones, if you basically do something like find available PDF, you're pretty much going to get it. Because all those PMC articles are open access. Other sort of articles that you are going to find will be open access will be any of the BMC journals.
Yes, sir.
Any of the BMC journals you get full text. Or PLOS journals, PLOS journals, you also get full text.
PLOS, yes.
And then there are a few others too that are available full text like that, if you're able to get it. So for example, you see this, so something went wrong. It says full text not found. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to make a note of that. And I'll come to that page. Where was that page again? This study. What will happen is I'm going to click on this link itself directly. All right. And if I click on this link directly, can you see here? The PDF is there or here. So I click on it to be free. It to be free. Once it's PubMed Central, is free. The reason it's free is because any article in PubMed Central probably has some NIH funding. And NIH funded okay, here's interesting. There's no PDF of it too. I'm seeing an EPUB, but so one way around it is to do this. Can you see here printer friendly? Huh?
Yes, sir.
And then if you have the printer friendly, you can print it to a PDF on your system. So I'm going to do this print. I'm going to make it save as PDF. This should be portrait. So this is the article itself from PubMed. Like this, see that? And then I save it. So it's saved as metabolic syndrome and prediabetes. I do save, right? So this is one option. Another option is to go back. To the page itself. There are two links here that says full text. So if I click on this first one, that might give me a PDF of it, right? Okay. So original article here it says download PDF. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that may work. It works sometimes it doesn't work. So it says click here to download the PDF. Here it says download to for Citation Manager. Well, like I said, you can experiment, play around with it, see which one works for you. So, but let me do the PDF because I want to show you how to attach a PDF.
Okay.
So you can see, okay, so nicely formatted PDF, unlike the one we got. So if I click on this, it saves this at North American Journal of blah, 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 something like that. So I save that. So the point is you should note the name that you saved it as. And then you come back to your Zotero. And if I do here, right click, can you see here it says add attachment? There are options to how you add attachment. You can add a link to the web page. So if there's this web page here, like this, I can copy it and add a link to it, isn't it? But that presupposes that you will have internet access all the time. You can add a link to a file, or you can attach a stored copy of the file. I usually prefer to attach a stored copy of the file. Why? Because if you attach a stored copy, it syncs it to the web for you, so that you know that you always have access to that particular PDF. Because believe you me, sometimes you lose files. You copy something to somewhere, you format system, you don't know where the file went to, so you have broken links. So I'm going to click on that. Are we all here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I thought maybe our time has expired and they've logged all of us out.
Oh, it's open. It's open,
so
sir.
This is the last thing I'll do before questions. We saved it as this, right? So open, and there you go. It has saved it. And when it's attaching it, it automatically renames it. Can you see that? So there we go. So these are ways you can get your PDFs and stuff. And then, of course, I've already shown you how to cite and all that. So I think this is as good a point as any to stop. So any questions?
Thank you very much, sir. What if you have just the PDF file itself? You don't have the link in your Zotero to attach the PDF to. How do you now?
So you want to attach the PDF? Okay, yes. Fine. Let's do that. So let's see if we can try something like that. So file import. Is it able to import PDFs? I'm trying to remember now. I know Mendeley can import PDFs. Does this import PDFs? Well, we can experiment and see. We can experiment and see. Okay, so place imported collections and items into new collections, no. All right. So link to files, copy files. So I do continue. Okay, say error. So that's the point. I don't. It's not able to import PDFs.
Oh.
Huh? But Mendeley does that. So maybe that's one advantage of Mendeley over this. Huh? Not so. Well, you can't win all. You win some, you lose some. Huh? Not so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Any other questions?
Questions? All right. Thank you very much, sir. It's been a very fruitful meeting. Thank you for your time.
Fruitful. Probably confused a lot of people.
Yes, people have been quiet, but I guess we
it is practice. And the only way you practice is to write papers and use these tools. That's the truth. So I think we should encourage ourselves to write papers, collaborate and use these tools.
Okay, yes, sir.
No other question, right?
All right. I think that's all today, sir. So I don't think there's any other question.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chief.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you, sir.
I'm available for questions for those who still have follow-up questions. So you can always come to my office and ask questions. All right?
Yes, sir.
Have a wonderful day.
All right,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Have a great day, sir.
All right, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.